On this prime tonight, over 30 die, 50 cattle burned in Niger State tanker explosion. In business, food import waiver, others push Naira to new low. On the first scene, Israelis demand release of hostages held by Hamas. Venezuela says opposition presidential candidate on asylum in Spain. In sport tonight, towards AFCON 2025, Equavian says Super Eagles can beat any team. Asabanika defeats Pegula to win the first US Open. Hello and welcome to all of viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Prime on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I'm Medika Michael. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Nicomsat. We'll begin tonight by telling you that about 30 people have lost their lives to a deadly petrol tanker explosion in Niger State. The incident occurred at the Ndo community in Agge local government area of the state. In a statement, Abdullahi Babarab, Director General of Niger State Emergency Management Agency, said the tanker was involved in the head-on collision with its trailer loaded with cattle. President Bola Tinubu has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to enhancing the Nigeria Police Force capabilities and improving personnel welfare. A list of critical measures being undertaken by the administration in this regard to include acquisition of new vehicles, communication equipment, and forensic tools to enhance crime detection and prevention. The President said this during the passing out parade and commissioning of the regular officers' Car 6 at the Nigeria Police Academy in Wudil, Kano State. Tinubu was represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima, noted that as a government committed to sustainable growth, his administration is fully aware that the development of any country is directly woven into the strength of its institutions. On the Socio-Economic Right Accountability Project, SERAP has urged President Bola Tinubu to instruct the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited to immediately reverse the recent increase in the pump price of premium motor spirit, commonly known as petrol. The organization says the petrol price hike represents a fundamental breach of constitutional guarantees on the country's international human rights obligations, especially as citizens face the worsening economic hardships. SERAP also requested that President Tinubu direct the Attorney General of the Federation and the Minister of Justice, Martin Fayemi, and relevant anti-corruption agencies to investigate allegations of corruption and mismanagement within the NNPCL. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has criticized plans by the federal government to increase the nation's value-added tax. Atiku said the policy will deepen the domestic cost of living crisis and excavate Nigeria's already fragile economic growth. He noted that the move coming on the heels of the increase in the pump price of premium motor spirit, also known as fuel, by the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited, will worsen Nigeria's already fragile economic growth. Meanwhile, former Vice President Nnamdi Sambo has lamented the escalating insecurity in the north, stating that it is driving farmers away from their farms and adversely affecting the education and health of numerous families. Sambo also expressed his support for the formation of the League of Northern Democrats, which he described as a viable platform to address the numerous challenges facing the north and the country at large. He gave his endorsement while hosting the leadership of the league led by its chairman, former Kano State Governor Ibrahim Shekaru, at his residence in Abuja. The All Progressive Congress in Anambra State has withdrawn from the upcoming local government elections scheduled for 28 September 2024, citing concerns over alleged irregularities. The party says the decision followed alleged violations of due process, which they believe undermines the credibility of the poll. The APC further explained that participating in the exercise will amount to legalizing the illegality, insisting that the constitution of Anambra State Independent Electoral Commission and announcement of the election dates did not follow the due process as stipulated by the Electoral Act 2022. Kwara State Commissioner of Police Victor Olaiya has appealed to commercial transport operators in the state to uphold peace as the government works to improve the economic situation in the country. The appeal followed a protest by the transport operators in the state, including drivers of commercial taxi cabs, tricycle operators, and motorcycle riders, who demonstrated against the recent fuel price increase in Ilorin, the state capital. Olaya, who met the representative of the National Union of Road Transport Workers at the command headquarters in Ilorin, urged them to maintain peace in the state. Allow no fewer than 61 foreign nationals were deported by the Nigerian Immigration Service from the country in August 2024. And this is because the new visa policy facilitated a total of 8,352 visas on arrival for travelers in the month under review. And the figures were contained in a report by the service detailing the Nigerian Immigration Service achievement for August. In the report, the reason for deporting the foreign nationals was to address the issue of irregular migration in the country. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has alerted Nigerians to the activities of a faith-based organization, Christ Mercy Land Delivery Ministries, led by Prophet Jeremiah Fufemi, allegedly using the agency's name to mislead unsuspecting members of the public. NAFDAC, in a statement signed by its Director General Professor Mojisola Adeye, noted that none of the products advertised and sold are registered with the agency. Operative of National Drug Law Enforcement Agency have intercepted consignment of cocaine and the pharmaceutical opiates concealed in ladies' sanitary pads and a hair treatment cream containers heading to the United Kingdom, Ireland and Cyprus at 3 courier companies in Lagos. A statement by the agency spokesperson Femi Babafemi says in one of the companies, not less than 30 parcels of cocaine are weighing 1.1 kilograms concealed in our cream containers were recovered by NDLEA officers during the examination of cargoes going to Ireland. Another consignment of 24 parcels of cocaine weighing 862 grams, also hidden in air cream containers meant for delivery in UK, was equally intercepted at the same company. The Nigeria Liquefied Natural Gas says Train 7 project will expand Nigeria's LNG production capacity from 22 metric tons. That is coming from the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the company, Dr. Philip Mashibila, who started this when the Executive Secretary of the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, Felix Obey, visited the LNG 6-train plant. Train 7 project construction site in Bonny Island, River State. Dr. Mishila lauded the unwavering support for the Train 7 project, describing the partnership as a shining example of public-private collaboration that can drive Nigeria's industrial growth. Kano State government has postponed indefinitely the resumption date of both primary and post-primary schools for the commencement of 2024-2025 academic session. However, unlike the case of Edo State, which mentioned the recent petrol price increase as the reason for its decision, Kano State says its decision is for urgent reasons with no details or specific information. The Commissioner for Education, Omar Dagowa, said the decision was compelled by some undisclosed urgent reasons. Dagowa was quoted to have said a new date will soon be announced by the ministry. Michelle Home Limited, a leading real estate firm, recently hosted a groundbreaking conference at some frontline real estate practitioners helped on the possibility of generating wealth in the sector. Our correspondent Sharon J completes the report.
The conference, themed The Wealth Building Blueprint, brought together various real estate stakeholders, providing a platform for empowerment and knowledge sharing. Architect Baraka Mashalia says his aim for organizing the event is to impact the new generation through inculcating knowledge of the real estate sector.
My greatest motive is to be able to impact on this generation. Of course, the high rate of unemployment is really alarming, and for me, I don't think it should be. The reason behind it is because there are a lot of opportunities around the real estate sector, and the greatest thing that is limiting people from achieving their goal of building wealth and helping their family and friends to be able to build wealth also is a product of mindset.
While sharing his success story on the steps he took in finding accomplishment in the industry, renowned real estate expert Dr. Linus Okori stated that wealth creation only comes as a direct result of an individual's ability to catch the vision.
So you come in an area in your life where nothing is happening, is that not it? And you set an agenda for the future. That agenda is called vision. Vision. Vision is the ability to see beyond our current reality. Our current reality is not exciting. There's poverty in our pockets, even as a nation, there's poverty in the land.
Speaking on the challenges that affect the real estate sector, some mogul says consistency, being intentional, and integrity are key factors in overcoming challenges.
One thing is you have to be consistent. It's not you enter real estate today and the next day you are making money. You have to be, you have to be consistent. You have to be persistent with your push in the business. The challenges will come, but the most important thing is how to handle those challenges, turning those challenges to a force that drives you to do more in the business. So basically, challenges come, just know how to overcome all those challenges that you are faced with.
Consistency really counts. Anything you're doing, you have to be consistent about it. And then there's another thing that is key, that's integrity. Integrity really counts. That's what defines you. That's what tells if people can really deal with you or not. And that's what really tells if you're someone to be trusted or not.
The conference aims to equip attendees with the expertise and insights necessary to spot and maximize opportunities, build wealth, and expand their understanding of the real estate sector. Sharon Ajay reporting for Global TV News.
And our chieftain of All Progressive Congress in Osun State, Olatunbosun Oyintola, has appealed to President Bola Tinubu to act swiftly to alleviate the hardship faced by Nigerians. Although the lawmaker expressed confidence in President Tinubu's ability to ease the suffering of the masses, he suggested that faster approaches should be adopted, particularly given the economic difficulties caused by the rising fuel prices, which have made access to necessities more challenging. It was another spate of election violence at the ongoing APC governorship election campaign trend in Edo State as the security details of the APC governorship candidate, Senator Monday Akpabilo, fired litany of gunshots to disperse a criminal element trying to disrupt the campaign trend. Our correspondent Anthony Mamadou has the report.
If shooting comes, what they want to do, they will suffer it.
There was another election campaign violence in Esako Central Local Government Area of Edo State as witnessed in Ososo community, but this did not prevent the APC governorship candidate Senator Molde Okpeholo and the Deputy Governor of Edo State Philip Shuaibu from likening the PDP as a packaged food that causes cancer and thus should be avoided.
When you eat packaged food and you continue to eat it, what it will develop is cancer. Do we need cancer to continue? Or do we need cancer? This election are between darkness and light. Packaged food, they cause it.
On his part, the senator representing Edo North Senatorial District, Senator Adams Oshomole, called on the people and the electorate to join forces with the APC to vote out the People's Democratic Party at the polls.
We need to help us to tell our brother and our pikin, one man, one vote. One woman, one vote. One elderly man, one vote.
The unabating spate of violence witnessed in the Edo North region of the state is a source of concern ahead of the polls, as the APC governorship security details fired litany of shots at criminal elements trying to disrupt the campaign event. Anthony Momodo reporting from Esako local government area of Edo State for Global TV.
Although fewer than 3 people were killed in a multiple accident which occurred in the late hours of yesterday. An accident occurred at Maryland along Ikorodu Road near the Odoyara. Tanker truck and articulated vehicle had several cars. The incident happened a few minutes to 12 midnight with dozens of people involved. In the first accident, the State Emergency Management Agency said upon arrival at the scene, about 1:13 a.m., the team met a multiple accident scene involving a tanker with a non-registration fully laden with diesel, which reportedly suffered brake failure on motion and lost control and crashed into many cars, which reportedly resulted in many casualties. The Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) has declared support for the 29-man caretaker committee put in place by the Abia State Governor Alex Otti. The presidential candidate of the party in 2023, Peter Obi, and the party's stakeholders last week. The national chairman of the party, Julius Abure, the party secretary, Omar Farouk, and the national youth leader, Kennedy Aonutu, were conspicuously absent at the enlarged stakeholders meeting held in Umuahia, Abia State. The People's Democratic Party National Disciplinary Committee has received reports on alleged anti-party activities of the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, and others from the National Working Committee. The committee led by the former Foreign Affairs Minister Tom Ikemi was set up to address and manage all disciplinary matters. And the 5 former governors of the PDP led by Wike allegedly worked against the party and its presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar during the 2023 general election. Ministry of Foreign Affairs says the United States is pressing for consular access to detain the Binance executive Tigran Gambaryan, currently held in Kuje Custodial Center in Abuja. Gambaryan, a United States citizen and Binance Financial Crimes Compliance Chief, who was arrested in February 2024 along with another executive, Ajawala, upon their arrival in Nigeria. Their detention followed an investigation that allegedly tied Binance to money laundering and terrorism financing. Justice Emeka Nwite of the Federal High Court in Abuja fixed October 9 to rule on the fresh bail application brought before the court by their lawyers. You're watching News Prime on Global Television, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja, when News Prime returns food import waiver. Others push Naira to new low. Details of these and more after this break. Please stay with us. You're still watching News Prime. Many thanks for staying with us. And now to business. The Nigerian currency, which opened September on a positive note across the segment of the currency market, weakened by Tuesday on the back of heightened demand. An increase in demand for foreign exchange, for foreign travel, school fees, and the planned food import duty waiver have pushed the Naira to a fresh depreciation spree and a week ended. On the unofficial market, the Naira had been quoted at 1,635 Naira on Monday. However, by Tuesday, it had worsened to 1,640, according to some bureau de change operators in Lagos. The Nigerian Institute of Transport Technology has urged youth in the country to take advantage of over 20 skills development programs currently offered by the Institute. The Institute Director General and Chief Executive Dr. Bayero Farah met the call while receiving an award of excellence from the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Sabon Gabri branch in Kaduna State. Farah, in a statement from the Institute, highlighted the importance of youth as critical component of nation building, saying that without them there will be no nation. Operators have warned that the Nigeria data center ecosystem is facing an unprecedented threat of collapse. Others say the continued decline of the Naira against the dollar, combined with a severe lack of access to long-term financing, is crippling the operations and pushing the industry to the edge. Data centers crucial for digital transformation. Our large facilities are housed at the servers and the computer equipment to process, store, and distribute data and application over the internet. The House of Representative member representing Oredo Federal Constituency in Edo State, Isosa Ayawe, has held the Dangote Petroleum Refinery for the start of production of premium motor spirit, better known as petrol. He said these will significantly help to boost Nigeria's foreign exchange reserves as the importation of petrol will drop. The Dangote Refinery began the production of petrol, marking the first time in 28 years Nigeria locally commenced production of the product. On the foreign scene tonight, Super Typhoon Yagi ripped roofs of buildings, sank boats, and triggered landslide in Vietnam, leaving 9 people dead as of Sunday after tearing through the southern China and the Philippines. The state media says the family of 4 was killed in a landslide in the Mount Tejas Birof province of the northern Vietnam early Sunday morning. The landslide happened around midnight after several hours of heavy rain brought by the Yagi, when the landslide gave way and collapsed onto a house. Others said the citing local authorities. Venezuelan government says opposition candidate Edmundo Urrutia had disputed President Nicolas' 28th re-election has left the country to seek asylum in Spain. Urrutia had been in hiding for a month, ignoring the 3 successive summons to appear before prosecutors, saying attending the hearing could have lost count his freedom. And it's coming from the Foreign Minister Abres, who said that asked that Urrutia at his request had departed on a Spanish military plane, noting that Spain is committed to the political rights of all Venezuelans. Tens of thousands of people demonstrated at the Tel Aviv and other Israeli cities, calling for an agreement to release around 100 hostages held by the Palestinian Islamist group Hamas. Kamal Gat, another woman, and 4 men were shot at close range last week according to Israel's health ministry, after Israeli soldiers found their bodies last Sunday in a tunnel in Gaza. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin had agreed to the deal. In sports, Atlanta forward and 2024 Ballon d'Or nominee Ademola Lookman scored a brace while on loan Napoli striker Victor Osimhen added another goal as the Super Eagles began their 2025 AFCON qualifiers in the emphatic style, beating Benin Republic 3-0 at the Gospel of Pabi International Stadium in Uyo. Lookman broke the deadlock with a trademark cut and slice finish in the first half stoppage and completed his brace with another supply strike in the 83rd minute, while Osimhen came off the bench to score Nigeria's second following the Lookman's opener. Meanwhile, Super Eagles interim coach Augustine Aguevona has expressed confidence in the team's ability to defeat any opponent, citing the exceptional quality of the players. Aguevona said these after his team spanked the Cheetahs of Benin Republic 3-0 in the 2025 African Cup of Nations at the Gospel of Pabi International Stadium in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Abelazian's tennis star Hania has defeated her American counterpart Jessica to clinch the 2024 U.S. Open Women's title. She claimed her third Grand Slam title overall with the victory at the Outdoor Ashes on Saturday, adding the trophy to the two she earned at the Australian Open each of the past two seasons. Sabalenka, who lost 2023 U.S. Open final to Coco Gauff, defeated Pegula with an emphatic two-set 7-5 to 7-5. Adizul, number 2, sealed the 61-minute opener with a feeder, a backhand dropped shot at the Pegula chase down, but failed to get over the net to win it at 7-5. As we wrap up News Prime on Global Television, here is a look at some of the major stories. Over 30 persons have been reported dead and 50 cattle burnt in Niger State tanker explosion. In business, food import waiver and other factors have been identified as factors pushing Naira to a new low. On the foreign scene, Israelis demand release of hostages held by Hamas. Venezuela says opposition presidential candidate on asylum in Spain. At the sports, the Towards AFCON 2025, Aguevona has expressed confidence that Nigeria's Super Eagles can beat any team. Sabalenka has defeated Pegula to win the first U.S. Open. That's a package on News Prime coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on DSTV channel 365, Star Times 276, and free to air. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using @Global TV NG and other handles now here on the screen. I'm Edika Mike. Thanks for watching and stay with us on News Prime. See you again.